Well, good morning, everyone. Christmas has passed. We can move on and start focusing on the new year. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to be uploading this video with some Nomad internet. Link below if you need some unlimited internet for yourself on the road. We're gonna load up Tater Tot, not load, but hook up Tater Tot to the back of the RV and hit the road on back to base camp so I can pack up the house, put away all the Christmas decorations, and moving on south. It's cold this morning. It's 14 degrees right now, and it says feels like -1. Ugh. By popular request, I had a lot of viewers ask me how I go about the towing process for towing Tater Tot behind Miranda. So in the video description, I'm going to put the exact part numbers. I don't think a whole lot of people want to know all that stuff, but the exact part numbers for my 2014 smart car. However, I still want to talk about the 7 major components that allow me to do this. Let's actually start up at the car first for that. So the most important piece and the most complicated to install is the Roadmaster Baseplate kit that we had to take apart the entire front of the car to be able to mount this to the actual frame behind the bumper so that this is all secure. So the base plate was the first thing. Then we've got the Roadmaster stoplight switch. So there's where you connect the wire. And then what Robert did is wired it into the existing taillights here with some diodes that came with the kit so that when the battery is disconnected, the brake lights, the running lights, the blinkers, and everything work on the back of the car without having external magnetic ones here, because there's not a whole lot of metal in the smart car anyway, so it's just easier to integrate with that piece. Along with that, you've got the Roadmaster wiring kit, which for me was a 7-pin adapter to this looking guy right there that locks into the front of the car. This sends all of the information for the lights and sends 12 volt to the external braking system, which we're going to go into right now. Also, my breakaway cables there, which yes, I will crisscross next time I hook it up, which I didn't do last time. This pink cord right here is the breakaway cable, so it is hooked to something. So this actually goes to the RV. This stays here, so that if the car ever still goes away with all these redundancies, this pin pulls, and then this goes inside to my braking system. Okay, so inside the car, there is my Blue Ox Patriot 3 external braking system, which everyone lost their mind about and said I don't need. Well, I don't know if I need it or not, but some states do require it. This goes around the brake pedal. Once you get everything set up, and again, I'm going to go through all this, but this guy sits right down here, hooks to the brake pedal, and then it is powered by a port that I forgot where it is, right there. Robert put in a port right there. Because what you also don't see is the battery disconnect assembly, because the smart car needs you to disconnect the battery. So Robert installed that unit, which is just a push button to turn on and off the battery for the car, so the odometer doesn't roll and other things. And then the last component here is the Blue Ox towing thing, majig thingy. Okay, so I got the telescoping one here. This allows me to get close enough to the RV with the car and still be able to extend this out to wherever you need these two to go, and they are totally flexible, which is really cool and convenient for one person. That's the key here. And then once you start driving in the RV, these will expand and click into place, and then you have to release them here to get them to come back out. So let's just do this. I'm going to hop in Tater Tot, and I'm going to get close enough to this. I'm actually going to put this up so that I don't run into it. So we're going to get close in Tater Tot, and I'm going to do this by myself. And by the way, another cool thing about this wireless microphone is that I can sit here and talk to you from the car, and the audio's just perfectly normal. I'm going to come up a little farther, I think right about there. I'm guessing. I don't know, it's only my second time. Let's go ahead and try this though. Yes, it looks like I did get close enough. Let's go ahead and lower this. And I'm going to remove these pins like that. Oh, my hands are so cold. Can I do this one-handed? Kinda. No, I need my other hand to be able to get that pin in, but that's how you do it. Get that pin in there. And there we go. They're good. that is pretty much it for connecting the car. How easy was that? You can see how compressed this one is and open that one. That's what I mean. You don't have to get perfect. You just got to get close enough. Make sure these are in the unlocked position like this, and then when I start pulling forward, or if I put the car in neutral and just kind of push back, these are going to click into place. But I have the car in gear right now. But once these extend, they click and they are sturdy. But at this point, it's so cold, you want to go inside and warm up for 5 minutes before we come back out. Oh man. All right, and then once I have thawed back out, we're gonna crisscross these breakaway cables here. The base plate that we installed has them right next to there, already installed there. And get that one good to go. Gonna connect the power cable here, but one thing that somebody else reminded me is that you don't want this to be like there, under there, because if you bottom out, you'll cut part of this. So you really do want to have this up like off the ground when you connect it here. And there's my port, if I can do that one-handed with a frozen thumb here. Yes, there we go. Good to go. As long as it's up on top of this, that's better than being underneath. These don't matter, but this you don't want to rub. Also want to mention that I'm installing this with the jacks up, so the motorhome is sitting about 12 inches higher than it normally is. See this angle? That's not really a good angle. But again, this will drop down 12 inches and then this tow bar will be almost straight. Then we also need this safety breakaway cable, which when pulled right there, because the car left, hopefully that never happens in anybody's lifetime, the car will automatically stop with the braking system. And I caught myself there. I ran it underneath the bar. I'm going to fix it and bring it up over the bar instead. Perfect. Just like that. Okay. At this point, some people actually like to start up the car, put it in reverse, and make these force them into the lock position. And I am also going to do that. I'll just back up a little bit here. Click, click. They both click. Let me check. All right, actually, because of the angle, we got this one to click. We didn't get this one to click yet because I didn't park perpendicular to the RV. No biggie. The first time I turn left in the RV, this is going to come out a little more and click into place. Yeah, and no matter what vehicle you have, guys, refer to the manual. Don't go by YouTube. Definitely don't do what I do. I'm just going to go through these steps. Make sure the ignition is switched on. Not turn on, but to the on position there. Good to go. Engage the parking brake. Okay, that's step 2. Step 3, move the gear selector to the neutral position. So foot on the brake to neutral, good to go. Release the brake pedal. I also did that. With the gear selector in neutral, the key cannot be turned fully to starter switch. Therefore, turn the key to the starter switch as far left as it will go. Okay, so as far... Oh, I see. It doesn't go all the way. So the key is kind of locked in there. That's cool. That switches off the ignition. Leave the key in the starter switch and wait approximately 30 seconds until the multifunction display in the instrument cluster is completely blank. Okay, so it is orange. Right now, it's still on. But you have to wait 15 more seconds until that turns off. There we go. It just shut off. Next step, turn the battery off using the previously installed battery switch, which is under here somewhere. There we go. I'm just going to verify that. Make sure the dome light doesn't turn on. Nope, battery is disconnected. Last step, release the parking brake. Do not forget that, right? And we are good to go. Well, almost done. We got to still install the Blue Ox Patriot 3 braking system, and that is going to go right down there. Here is my breakaway cable that we installed on the front. That plugs into the port right there. So let me get this hooked up and show you. All right, system is installed. It is secured around the brake pedal. Breakaway is plugged in. Power's on, but as you can see, there's no power yet. That's because this gets its power from the harness that goes into the RV. So we got to go in the RV now and start the RV up. I know it's cold, Miranda, but I need you to start up. Thank ya. All right, then, more on this later. This is my brake control display here. It says brake not found, so it's going to take a second for it to find it back there. While that's working, let's go back to the car. All right, and back outside here again. Every once in a while, you'll want to make sure that your lights are working, so I just put the hazard lights on so that I can come back here and definitely make sure that Tater Tot's lights are working correctly. I don't know, you don't have to do it every single time, but definitely something to look for. Back in here to the Blue Ox, we'll go ahead and turn the power on, and when it blinks like that with setup and power blinking, it means it's ready to set up. Setup is really easy, guys. Look, you push setup. It punches in the brake, moves the seat back, adjusts. Now it knows where the brake pedal is, and I have already set this up to a desired level of help. On a scale of 1 to 10, I selected 4. So the car is going to help out 40% of the braking power that it can do max. And I think that's plenty for this tiny little car that only weighs 1,500 pounds. Again, a lot of people say you don't even need this. Legally, you don't even need it for a car under 3,000 pounds, but it is going to help save the brakes on the RV, and it may be the difference in saving my life one day, just a little bit of extra braking power. And again, let's go back inside the RV because at this point, the car is completely ready to tow. All right, and also the system is inertia based, so it's not going to do anything right now if I apply the brakes. You have to be actually moving in order for this dial to go up. But even in an emergency, I can hit the brake, and if I hit this right here, it's literally applying the brakes inside the car right now. Just a nice little manual feature there, but everything else is automatic, and every time I stop the RV and start back up the car, it's always going to be ready to go. That is strange. So maybe because it's single digits, my outdoor reverse camera is not working. Usually, you would be able to see Tater Tot through here. I have no idea. I'm guessing it's too cold for the camera. Oh, that is really strange. Really wanted to show you Tater Tot on here. I guess we'll have to do that another day or get down the road where it warms up a little bit. That's a little frustrating, but oh well. So if the camera comes back on while we're driving back to base camp, I'll show you. If not, just believe me, it normally works when it's not this freaking cold. We're all ready. All I gotta do is put away all my cords. I gotta bring the Lavalier jacks back in, bring down the antenna on the roof. I got a checklist. You should all have a checklist. And then we'll be ready to hit the road. So I'll get at you in a little bit, guys. All right, Mr. Jacks, man, you ready to hit the road now? Check it out. The camera just started working randomly. So now, yes, we can see Tater Tot just fine. I can see the e-bike. I can see past the car to see when I can change lanes and everything. So good to go. Let's head on back to base camp, buddy. All right, made it back to base camp safely here. I realized after I unhooked and everything, I'm like, maybe I should have shown them the process, but it's basically the same amount of steps, just in the reverse order. And I didn't want to do it because it's only a 1-lane road out here. So I kind of parked, put the 4-way flashers on. And from the time I put the 4-way flashers on till I was done was less than 3 minutes. So I think I'm pretty good at removing it by myself. Gonna park it here. I've got the RV behind me, not all the way back this time because I wanted the door perpendicular to the deck so I can start both loading off some stuff and bringing some stuff onto the RV because we are out of here in about 2 or 3 days, okay? So, you can see I've got some work to do. We got to tear down all the Christmas stuff, wow, and a bunch of other stuff in a minute. I got a package here on my door. I was not expecting any mail. I don't want you to see the address, but let me peek over the... Oh my gosh. This is from the Bethunes. Red, White, and Bethune sent me something. This should be my last package here at the house. Oh my gosh, I got a nice card. I got some new Bethune stickers. Look at this hamburger hat, guys. If you don't know, Jen really likes her strange Mickey hats and other strange hats. She got me a burger hat. I'm about to try that on in a second. And look at this. Jack's even got some goodies here. Let's go see if Jax wants to see any of. Did you want any of these? Jax, man, did you want any of these? I know, these are from the Bethunes. They gave you stuff. You want to try them out? Oh no, we also got treats right here somebody just gave us. Do you want to try out this cat toy? You want to sniff it? Put it in your face? Put it in your face. No? You want to snuggle? Okay, we'll go inside. Say thank you for the treats. I'm going to try on that hat real quick. Well, what do you think? Should I wear this hamburger hat every single day for the rest of my life? Huh? Should I? Thanks, guys. That's awesome. I do love it. All right, Jackson, I'll see you back here in 2 days with tearing up the house and base camp, getting back on the road. Bye, guys.